What's up, Scorpio gang? Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. We're going to read your tarot cards here today. This will be for a general message for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. I welcome you to come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind and a desire to take away some insightful information that would help better yourself. If the material that comes through doesn't resonate, that's okay. Feel free to release the messages. Only take away the messages that motivate, empower, inspire you, give you some interesting food for thought. I think that's always a healthy reaction to these messages. If you're not feeling that way, assume it's going out to someone else and something may resonate for you at a later date, okay? For Scorpio, let's get 3 cards here. And then we'll wrap you up with a butterfly oracle card. I just felt called to use that deck, so we'll see what comes through for Scorpio. Ooh, Ace of Wands. A new commitment into the unknown. So there's a lot that is not visible to you at this time, but you are being asked to go off of gut impulses. And so obviously do so at your own, I don't want to say risk, but more or less, that is exactly what I'm saying. Because again, accountable and responsible for all actions and decisions, that's you guys, right? There's some new spark, there's some new feeling of inspiration or some kind of newfound knowledge or wisdom that you feel very driven to move forward, but I think there's something holding you back. And I'll be honest, for a lot of you, it's probably just fear or doubt or insecurity, which everybody has, right? But I think this is saying if you see potential in this enough to commit to it for, I would say, a decent period of time, you will, more is to be revealed here. Because there's a lot of these to me are saying you have to go off of faith. New idea, are you willing to commit to it? Well, I am, but what's down there? Like, I say this a lot with the moon. It's like sometimes we want guarantees, we want promises, and the moon just doesn't give us that. The moon makes visible only what is necessary for us to see to start going down sort of that long wandering path. I don't always interpret the sort of dogs or wolves this way, but when it comes next to the Hierophant, the priest, the pope, the one who marries, like institutions, it's set in stone. There's something about loyalty here. Like, I don't know if this is some sort of endeavor that involves another person, but I don't know, my gut reaction is almost to say you're in it together. And it's not to say that the entire process you're going to have someone holding your hand through it. In fact, I don't think that's the case at all. But it might be saying, I am almost getting this beautiful metaphor of like Alice in Wonderland, where like the further down the rabbit hole you go, you're going to meet some wacky and interesting characters, but they're actually going to give you some really positive like insights or information that it's going to help navigate you as you sort of make your way down this new path, or you know, in this new process, this new endeavor, this adventure. Yeah, I mean, the moon card always says don't let fear hold you back. I also think too, and there's no nice way of saying the word lunacy, right, and not offending anybody, but the reason I say that too is I think with this, you may be jumping to conclusions that haven't even materialized yet. So again, in a positive way, I'm wanting to say you may be projecting a scary outcome on this as a way to avoid, almost as avoidance to keep you in the safety zone. Like, because if you can justify reasons why you shouldn't, then you feel okay about it. But really, I think your truth is that this is going to take this is a big chapter in your life. It's a big chapter of newness and excitement and fun and adventure, but you have to commit to it. And I almost think you have to commit to that attitude of this is going to be fun. It doesn't necessarily mean it's always going to be easy. I would say with the Hierophant, there's a need for you to kind of get serious and hunker down and dig in and really, again, commit to this process. But I think there's a lot more to be discovered, and I think there's a lot you don't know about this. And I think if you're resonating with this, it's possible many of my Scorpios, I almost called you Scorpions, that's funny. Many of my Scorpios out there may be jumping to worst case scenario or concluding that because it's so unknown or unknowable or untouchable at this point, it's not even worth trying. And I think the universe very much disagrees with that. I think this is absolutely worth trying. These are all very strong cards, very strong cards. Even the moon in a higher vibe can be a tremendous card if it involves following your intuition, right? You know, going down that path of darkness, knowing that there's a small light guiding you. I know it sounds cheesy, but it's like that's your internal light. It's your intuition that's guiding you down there. And because this is very much connected with, Piscean type energy, maybe this is something very spiritual. Maybe it's something very esoteric or musical, fantasy, artistic, spiritual endeavors, that type of stuff where it's hard to pinpoint exactly what it is because in theory, Pisces ruled by Neptune, it's hard to lump it into one category. Maybe it's very, what is a good word for that? I'm hearing words like it's too broad, it's too... I think at this point in time, though, that's a really beautiful metaphor for the information you have. It's not precise. It's not pinpointed. It's not, it's not, here's the GPS, this is the address you're headed to, and this is who's going to be there. I don't think a lot of that is knowable to you, but you're being asked to have faith and to go down this path, knowing that more information will reveal itself in time. I keep wanting to use like a term like it's, you can't hold it in your hand. It's like when you scoop up water from the lake or from some body of water, it's like it goes through your hand. That's what I mean. Something you're doing, you may not know exactly how you want to do it, or do you understand what I mean? There's, and my words are not coming to me, but it's not fully shaped yet. It's not fully formed. That's what I'm going to go with. Even if this is some sort of, project just for personal pleasure, it hasn't fully found its face or its form or its shape yet, and that's okay. It's almost like modeling clay right now. You have to kind of work with it and mold it a little bit, and then I think this is a really important message too, that a lot of times what stops us in our path of discovery is hoping that insight will lead to action when really it's the opposite. Sometimes you have to take action and you have to take a step forward to gain those wisdoms and insights and information. And I think a lot of you're doing it in the reverse. Like, I'm just going to wait here until the idea comes. But the thing is, you already have some sort of idea that, again, you're being asked to kind of carry this torch down the path and see what you find. And it will be both. I think the more you just full on go into this and immerse yourself in that world. Immersion, that's a really good word for the moon too. Immerse yourself in it. Almost like a hot bath or something. Anyway, when you immerse yourself in this, more information comes to you that, again, you can course correct or utilize that information to change your plan or add to it, right? Don't let fear hold you back. Or even confusion. The best way to work through confusion is to actually take a step forward. It doesn't have to be a huge one, right? I don't know what's on the line here. I don't know what the risk or what the gamble is. But I will say, sitting there stewing about it or thinking about it, I think it's confusing you even more. The universe, more or less, it's, the one who's connected to God, universe, the preacher, the Pope, he's just like, go. Just like, don't bother me with your questions. Just go. You may end up, I actually think there's a really cool metaphor here too, of you may encounter many spirit guides, yes, but also here in the physical 3D, like a lot of mentors, a lot of people who can give you sort of shed light on their own experiences and pass the torch down to you, teacher-student vibes, that kind of thing. I think you're going to connect with at least one major person during the early stages of whatever this is, who's actually going to provide you a lot of wisdom and knowledge and insight on whatever it is you're trying to do. I know it's general, but hey. Get you a butterfly card for Scorpio. It's possible that this may involve something with a Hierophant or a Hierophant, Annie, really? This may involve a Taurus or a Pisces. It could be a new business collaboration too, especially something like artistic. Some of you may be traveling or getting involved in something that would require a lot of travel of you. Be true to you is your butterfly card. So let me read this and leave you with some thoughts there. Be true to you. You drew this card because of an inner conflict. You're struggling to make a decision about your next action. What do you know? You worry whether following your desired path is the right choice and how doing so will impact others. The answer is that you must be true to yourself. Any path where you compromise your vision will put you out of sync with the rhythms of success, health, and happiness. Of course, you'd never do anything to harm another person or ignore his or her needs. However, you can't harm or ignore yourself either. As you are truly happy, you automatically lift those around you. You also become a role model for following your inner truth. Interesting. So maybe this is going to be you too, that idea of student-teacher. You may have someone who kind of inspires you to go after something, and then you may pass the torch and do the same for someone else. Love that. Additional meanings of this card. Be assertive, speak your truth, and stand up for your beliefs. Accept and enjoy your unique qualities. Be creative and be free-spirited. Don't be swayed by outside pressure. Cool. I love this message for you, Scorpio. I hope that helps some of you out there. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like the video, guys. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon for more tarot. Bye, guys.